12th Standard English, Unit 3 Poem, All the World's a Stage, from As You Like It, written by William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare has taken from this drama from As You Like It. In this poem, All the World's a Stage. Just warm up. The phrase all the world's a stage is the beginning of a monologue from William Shakespeare. The beginning of the monologue speaking to himself, which means from William Shakespeare's As You Like It, spoken by Jacques in Act 2, Scene 7, line 138. He compares the world to a stage and life to play and catalogues the seven stages of a man's life. This is one of the Shakespeare's most frequently quoted passage. Okay, before we see that poem, just let us read about the author. William Shakespeare 1564 to 1616 was a prolific writer during the Elizabethan and Jacobean ages of British theatre, sometimes called the English Renaissance. Shakespeare's plays are perhaps his most enduring legacy. But they are not the only things he wrote. Shakespeare's poems remain popular to this day. Shakespeare's rich and diverse works have spawned countless adaptations across multiple genres and cultures. His writings have been compiled in various iterations of the complete works of William Shakespeare, which include all his plays, sonnets, and other poems. William Shakespeare continues to be one of the most important literary figures of the English language. One of the most important literary figures of the English language. He's the best poet, William Shakespeare, writer and dramatist. Okay, so he knows everything. Okay, let us start this poem. First, listen to a reading of the complete poem, then read silently and get to know what Shakespeare says about the different stage in the life of man. You may refer to the glossary give at the end of the monologue to help you. Okay, just let us start now. All the world's a stage. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances. And one man in his time plays many parts. Again I repeat, all the world's a stage. Yes, this world is a stage to all. That's we are actors. Every man are actors in this stage. Every man are actors, and all the men and women merely plays. Yes, in this stage, every men and women merely plays. Here the figures of speech we can use metaphor. All the world's a stage, indirect comparison, so we can use. And all the men and women merely players, so that also metaphor. They have their exist and their entrance. Exist, which means death, and their entrance, which means birth. They have birth and death, so that's all. That's one stage in this world. Every people, every man. His acts being 7 ages. Yes, his acts being 7 ages. At first, the infant. Each and every man has 7 age. The first, the infant. Infant means baby, child. Mewling and poking in the nurse arms. Mewling and poking in the nurse arm. The first, when he was child, that baby, his mewling, which means a small weak noise that a cat makes. Puking, which means vomiting. Vomiting on the nurse hand arm. Next. And shining morning face creeping like snail. And shining morning face creeping like snail. Walking slowly. Creeping, which means walking slowly like snail. Snail, we know that. Okay, just small one thing. Okay, just it moves very slow like snail. So we can use that figures of speech simile. like, smile, as if like the direct comparison, so that we can use simile. Unwillingly to school. After the childhood, after growth, just he wants to go to school. The parents want to send the school. So that child, no, after growth, unwillingly to school. So there is no interest to go to school. And then the lovers sighing like furnace. Furnace means place with the awful ballad. And then he affected with girl, that lovers. And then the lovers sighing like furnace with their awful ballad. Awful ballad means unhappy. Mad to his mistress eyebrow. Just he affected to the mistress lady eyebrow, through the eyebrow. Then a soldiers. Full of strange oaths. Full of strange oaths means promise. And beard like the bird means leopard animal. Okay, full of strange oath, strange promise, and beard like the bird. Okay, how the leopards keep that beard, so the same level the human also develop the beard. Jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel which means fight. Jealous in honor, respect. Okay, just we have to jealous in honor, sudden and quick quarrel, fight. Seeking the bubbled reputation. Seeking the bubble, searching the bubbled reputation, even in the cannon's mouth. The cannons, which means gun. The beginning of the gun, bubbles reputations, have to search. And then the justice, you have to find out the truth. Justice in fair round belly with good cap on lined. In fair round belly, the stomach, they're comparing the stomach, no belly. Okay, that fat stomach. In fair round belly with a good cap on linen. The cap on linen, which means here that just oaths. Okay, furnace, awful. Okay, unhappy. Okay, so here on to line means to fill something at the edges. Here the man was fat from eating good chicken, so that man was fat, so that we can use cap on line. With eyes severe and beard of formal cut. And then with eyes, so after the baby, after the infant, he was doing the human, every human beings are doing this, like only just step by step the author William Shakespeare saying this, like with eyes severe and beard of formal cut, full of wise sauce. Full of wise sauce means saying and modern instance, and so he plays his part. The sixth age shift into the lean and slippers pantaloon. Finally, he came to that lean and slippered pantaloons, which means thin and old man. The final stage, sixth stage, no, like almost sixth stage, final stage. With spectacles. Okay, just with the spectacles on nose and pouch on side. Pouch means here one money bag. Okay, keep that on side, and spectacles also we can wear. The last stage, his youthful horse, and also he wants the old man wants to wear that youthful horse means thin trouser. Well saved, a world too wide, much too big, world too wide, for his sunk shank grow smaller, and his big manly voice turning again toward childish treble pipes, high pitch, high sound. So treble and pipes, which means high pitch sound, turning again toward childish. Okay, how did he feel the childhood life? Just he remembered, and then again he wants to make the big noise, high pitch sound, treble and pipes, and whistles in his sound, and also he gave the whistles in his sound. Last scene of all in this stage, that ends this stranger eventful history. The finally in this incident stage eventful history. His second childishness, we can feel that second childishness, being like child. being like a child, that is a second childishness, we can feel, we can remember that. And mer oblivion, which means he doesn't know what is happening around him, so he doesn't know what is happening around him, so that's which means oblivion. Sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything. So sans here which means without. So final stage, before he died, just how he feel, sans without teeth, without eyes, without taste, without everything. So final stage, the Shakespeare's described everything, the all all characters, the human beings, the seven stages here. Okay, so just you have to again that the morals, the poem about this poem, all the world's a stage here. According to Shakespeare, what he said, the world is a stage and everyone is a player. He says that every man has seven stages during his lifetime. The first stage of a man is childhood. Okay, just we have learned the first stage, the childhood. He plays in the arms of his mother. He often vomits and cries in the stage his nurses. In his second stage, the man is an unwilling school going student. Okay, but he doesn't like to go that school. Okay, and then he becomes a lover in his third stage. The third stage, he has one lover, just he affection to the one lady, mistress. No, he is very busy composing ballads for his beloved and yearns for her attention. In the fourth stage, he is aggressive and impetuous. He seeks reputation in all what he does. He is ready to God in his country and becomes a soldier. In his fifth stage, he becomes a fair judge with maturity and wisdom. In the sixth stage, he is seen with loose pantaloons, no thin trouser, and spectacles. Also, he wore. His manly voice changed into childish treble. The last stage of all is his second childhood. Slowly, he loses his faculties of sight, hearing, smell, and taste, and exit from the roles of his life. The Shakespeare pictures the seventh stage of a man's life in the poem. All the world's a stage he described in this for 12th standard in English, Unit 3 poem. Okay, so figures of speech, we have to identify that in this poem. Okay, William Shakespeare. Thank you.